Hi there, it's Olivia-Savannah here from Olivia's Catastrophe, and today I'm here to give you my January TBR. We've got quite a few books here, and these are all the books I'm hoping to read this month. No guarantee that I'll get around to them, but let's see what reading I can do. I like to start off my year strong, and I hope I can do so today. So we've got some required reads, and then uni reading, and also books for review that I would really like to get to. But let's start off with something that I don't even own, that still has to come out this month, but as soon as it comes out, goodbye responsibilities, I'm going to be reading it, and that is A Vow So Bold and Deadly by Brigid Kemmerer. I am so excited for this book to be released. I absolutely love the A Curse So Dark and Lonely series, and I've just been eagerly anticipating this one so much. So the first book is a Beauty and the Beast retelling kind of book, and it follows Harper, who is this girl who lives in the normal world, and Ren, who is the beast character in his fantasy world, and he is cursed to turn into a beast every season, and his guard Grey is the one who tries to find him someone that is going to break the curse. They go into our human world to find this person, and Harper ends up being selected in an uncanny way, which was not intentional, and the story goes from there. I just love it so much. Grey, I would marry him tomorrow if I possibly could. All of the characters are great. I found the plot so intriguing, and I cannot wait for this finale because loyalties are going to be tested and a lot is going to go down, judging from the end of the second book. The next one I've got here is Nevermoor by Jessica Townsend. As of last week or the week before, I've announced that Sabine from Sabine's Book Nook and I are going to be doing a Nevermoor read-along called Wander Along, and of course we're starting in January with the first book, so I definitely need to read this one this month and prioritize it. So Morrigan Crow is cursed and destined to die on her 11th birthday, but as the clock strikes midnight, she is whisked away by Jupiter North, and he takes her to this world of Nevermoor where she is invited to join the Wonder Society, and things go from there. I actually don't know too much about this book other than that, but everybody seems to love it, and I'm in the mood for some really good middle grade fantasy, and I feel like this is going to fit the bill. I'm going to be continuing a buddy read that I've already started, and that is for An Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir. This is a book that I've been hearing so much about on booktube recently because the last one has recently been released, but I have not started the series yet, and I've started this with Taylor from Iridescent Blaze. That's her bookstagram, and I'll leave a link to her down below. She's absolutely lovely, and I've known her for a very long time, and I'm really looking forward to continuing our buddy read of An Ember in the Ashes. I've been doing my Read It Backwards series for Percy Jackson, and the next one that I'll be reading is Percy Jackson and the Titan's Curse. This is the third book in the Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief series, and I don't remember anything about this book, so it's going to be another very interesting Percy Jackson Read It Backwards video. I've got 3 review copies here that I would really like to get to and finish this month so I can tell you about them. The first one is Love is a Revolution by Renee Watson, and this is one about a girl who goes to an open mic night and sees this guy that she really likes, and this guy is a political activist, and she decides that she's going to pretend she's also interested in activism so that she can appeal to him, but it's about finding the truth in yourself and being true to yourself, and this one releases on February 21st, so I like to get my review out before then and have time to take bookstagram pictures and such, and also I'm just pretty excited for this book, so I really want to read it soon. I've also got Brown Baby by Nikesh Shukla, and this one is a memoir of race, family and home. I am so excited for this book, and I feel like it doesn't need much more description. It's a non-fiction one, and I'm going to try and read a bit more non-fiction throughout the year as I go this year. This one comes out the beginning of February 4th, and I would like to talk about it around that time as well. And then last but not least, probably the one I'm actually going to read first from those 3, The Once and Future Queen by Clara O'Connor, and this is the beginning in a fantasy series, and released January 30th, so it's definitely one I need to get to this month. And I'll just read you the back because it summarizes it very well. What if the Roman Empire never fell? What if Caesar still ruled London? What if the Celtic thrones stood beyond its walls? And what if their ancient elemental powers still thrummed through the ley lines woven deep within the land, within earth, air and water? What if something or someone unleashed it? So it's got elemental magic, and it's kind of got this alternate reality where history is a bit changed, and I'm very curious to see what all of that is going to be about. After that, we've got one that I'm already currently reading, and this is a buddy read with Mary from Mary Among Stories, and we are currently reading Crime and Punishment by Fyodor Dostoevsky, and we are about approaching the halfway mark, and we started in December, so I'm gonna assume if everything goes according to plan, we're probably gonna finish this one in January, so I thought I would just slap it onto my January TBR as well. So far I'm actually really enjoying this, and I did not expect to enjoy it as much as I currently am, but hopefully it'll just continue in that trajectory and it can be one that I could just really enjoy by the end of it. And then last but not least, we have the 4 books that I need to read for university. I can't really tell you much about the synopses for these ones because I didn't buy them by looking at the synopses. I bought them because they were on my university reading list, and we've got some black authors here, so I'm looking forward to that. The first one is The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison, and I have wanted to read a Toni Morrison book for a very long time, so I am very much looking forward to getting to The Bluest Eye. This one follows a poor black family post the Great Depression in Ohio, so I'm looking forward to reading it and just seeing what Toni Morrison brings to the table. This is her debut novel, so I guess it's a very good place to start with her works. And then we've got A Raisin in the Sun by Lorraine Hansberry, and this is one that was already on my TBR before it was selected as something we're going to be reading to study. So I'm very much looking forward to reading this one. It is a play and it follows a black family. I think it has a bit to do with economics, but also about having ambitious dreams. And yeah, I don't really know too much. The synopsis doesn't give too much away, but I'm very curious about it. And then the last 2 books I truly know nothing about, so I'm literally just reading you their titles, and once I've read them and I can give you some more thoughts later on in my wrap up, hopefully. The first one is Ceremony by Leslie Marmon Silko, and this is Native American literature, so it'll be interesting to read a Native American work. I don't think I have read one before, so it will be a good break into that. I've read Indigenous Australian literature but not really branched into Native American that much, so curious and looking forward to this one. And then last but not least, we have The Crying Lot of 49 by Thomas Pynchon. Hopefully it can surprise me and end up being one that I enjoy a lot more than expected. And there you have it. That's my stack of books that I'm hoping to get through this month. Quite a bit, but I'm looking forward to reading all of them. Please let me know in the comment section down below, what are you planning to read in the month of January or start off your year with? Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to be updated every time I have a new video. And you know what they say, onwards and upwards. Excelsior!